So tonight we're gonna design a test on Tiro. One of the big questions that I've gotten a lot over the past 6 months is how do I send tests to my students online and then collect the results and grade them efficiently. And this is a big challenge for a lot of teachers who are not familiar with teaching online completely 100% all the time. So let's get started. I'm going to show you how to design a test in Tiro. In the plan book, you can see that I have several different classes running right now. What I want to do is I want to open this class here, and you can see that I have quite a few students, about 30 students, and I need to create a test in this class. So I'm going to create a test. Test name is Unit 7, Reading and Writing. Okay, so now what are my objectives? So what am I testing here? So for this test, part 1, reading skills. I also have some other objectives in here. So let's take a look at that. So I have vocabulary skills here. And then you can see I have grammar skills and writing skills. Okay, now I'm ready to start creating my test. And over here are my objectives. And up here at this top menu, I can preview my test at any time to see what it looks like for my students. On the front page of the test, we have a reading section. Now, I need to put this reading section into Tiro. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create a multiple choice question, because down here there is a multiple choice question there attached to the reading. So multiple choice. Now, what's really cool here is I'm gonna add a stimulus. That gives me this little box here that I can add my writing or my reading to. So I'm gonna take a screenshot of this. There we go. And then I'm gonna just pull that over, drop it in there, and I have my reading. So what does that look like for the student? Let's preview that real quick. Looks pretty good. I like it. Okay. Now I'm gonna come down here and I am going to add in my question. Okay. So there we go. Adding my option 1 here. Adding option 2. Adding option 3. Oop, didn't copy the full text. Option 3. And option 4. Great. So let's see what that looks like for the students. Okay. Now that looks pretty close to the test that the company sent me. So I'm really pleased with that. However, now my students can actually interact with the test. All right, so I'm just going to continue creating the test. Okay, so the test is done. Yes, not too long, not too bad. Now I'm gonna go through I'm gonna attach the objectives to the specific questions. So I'm gonna do that all the way from the top to the bottom. Okay, so I know that the first section is reading skills. So you can see that here, part 1, reading skills. So I'm gonna go here, add my objective and reading skills, good. And that is questions 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Here we have part 2, vocabulary. So vocabulary skills. Third objective, grammar skills. Everybody has to have those. Objective number 4, writing skills. Okay, all my questions are tagged with the learning objectives, so that way when I run the analytics after the students take the test, I can see how students are doing according to specific learning objectives. Now, last thing before I close this down and before I hit publish but not send is making sure that auto score is added to the questions that I think or I can trust a computer to auto score. Now, here's fill in the blank, and we don't turn on auto score automatically because there's a lot of variation in student answers. So we recommend that teachers go in and actually look at what the students are writing so that they can decide for themselves whether it's correct or incorrect. I had some problems with students complaining to me that they had written the correct answer, which they were technically correct, but they got it wrong for some reason. So I went back, I gave them the points. Okay, so last, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a look at both tests side by side, see if everything looks like it's good, and if it looks good, we'll publish. Okay, side by side looks good. Task 1 looks good. Page number 2 looks good. Okay, page number 3 looks good. Number 13, 14, 15, 16 looks good. Grammar task looks great. Writing skills looks good. And the last one looks great. Okay, that's it. Didn't take too long, and it looks exactly the same and does about 20 times more and saves tons of time. Students will get it in their email and they'll take it next Saturday. So when the students are taking the test, I'm gonna record that, show you how the analytics work. So I'll see you next week with an update.